Hello and welcome to the Tumblr Survivor, Nightingale Island Roundtable. Everybody just started freaking out on me because they didn't know what a roundtable involved. So with that being said, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I will be here for as long as the participants of the jury would like to talk. Cheetum, I thought you were at work. What the fuck? Anyways, so let's begin. I will start off with the question, how do you feel about the final two?
We love casting 5 girls and 2 of them making it into the finals. Woo.
And all jury being male. Like the fuck? This is not how Cheetah plays orgs. Cheetah takes all the females out, and then males go to the end.
Looks like the gays and women won.
It's all the gays, except and Noah, I guess. But
Am I the only straight on the jury?
Right.
Woo.
Noah, no one likes to straight people.
not.
That's why you lasted. We're all surprised you lasted
No.
this long.
Where's Tony? Okay. I think it's somewhat surprising that
It's
no one
boring.
from Thrush was able to make it.
It's boring.
I thought at least one of us would get there.
I was cautiously optimistic that we'd make it.
Let's just say that if Thrush made it to the end, we would have won. So,
Yeah,
If any Thrush gets to the end, they win.
yes.
yes, we
Especially
can.
Thrush Hamilton. Woo.
So, okay, literally, I wish you guys didn't tell me that I would have
Depends
won
on
if I made the
perspective.
final two. I want to cry. Like, I tried so hard.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but you had a lot of locked votes. I mean,
Yeah.
anyways,
To
it's
be
not
honest,
about
I thought you guys hated me.
It's about the girls. So,
Is it?
my question, I want to know from Chris, since the rest of us were not on a tribe with any of you until the merge, what did Sarah and Anne Marie do or not do before the merge?
Okay, I'm gonna try and make it make sense. Hopefully, I'm giving the right perspective. So, as far as our tribe goes, we started out actually. I know Sarah. She got into a 4-person alliance with Gwen, Rizzo, and myself, and then there was a majority alliance with Anne Marie, the same 4 people, and then Anne Marie and Liam. So I think the girls, they did have a good social stronghold. Anytime they came up in conversation, people would say they want to work with them. It wasn't until actually mutiny swap that things kind of went. This Sarah, at my personal opinion, kind of outshined everyone else in this cast. As far as influence goes, I think there's unintentionally, after the Tim vote was made, Sarah decided, me, Gwen, and Rizzo could not be trusted, so she got the entire tribe, against us. She did that successfully, but not only that, she had the assistance of Austin, by her side the entire time. And perception-wise, we all thought it was Austin and Anne Marie. So I think the fact that Sarah was able to downplay that a lot says a lot. But I mean, Sarah got that to happen. Anne Marie contributed to that too, of course. But as we saw in the, when Gwen left, Steven left, and then we got into merge, that play influenced how the remainder of this game played out. And I'm not gonna say Sarah was the sole person responsible for that, but I do think she played a heavy role in getting that ball rolling. And it's weird because and I think we kind of saw Sarah kind of, like, a lot of people, I feel they were viewed as threats, but also not really threats at the same time. And I feel like with Sarah, what separates her from Anne Marie is that she ended up becoming one by proxy, I feel. and she lucked out and went in competition. So she never really had that big of a concern that the rest of us did. So um,
I'm literally about to fall asleep.
you should.
You're at work.
It's really late. But I don't know, Anne Marie. To say the thing that I can say about her, unlike anyone else in this merge, is that I don't think she was targeted, other than that one vote. I don't know how the rest of the um, votes went after I left,
So
but
Anne-Marie got 4 votes at the
mhm.
Tim vote, and then got 2 at the Austin tribal, and then no, 2 at the Chris tribal, right, or something like that.
For real? Where?
No, it was 3 votes me, 2 votes Austin. She just split her
Wait,
island on us.
And then Austin
I was
voted
like,
for
what was
her at
that?
Final Four. So she got a lot of votes. Sarah only got votes the one time that Cheatham and Chris tried to get her out.
Are we talking
Um,
about me? Don't
I,
talk
ju-
about me.
I just want to point this out factually. Anne Marie
Thank you.
got Cheatham. What the hell?
What?
What?
No, this one over here.
Why are we yelling at Cheatham? What'd I do?
Wait, is that Noah?
There's a female.
Sorry,
Okay, that's better. Sorry, Cheatham. Yes, I just want to point out factually that Anne Marie got 4 votes pre-merge at the Tim Tribal Council and then 1 vote at the Final Four, and then Sarah got 4 votes across 3 tribal councils.
Okay, but Anna Marie also would have went home if Kyle would have submitted his vote.
I just wanted to point out how many votes they actually got instead
I mean,
of
This
Haunted.
isn't me bashing both of them. Anna Marie and Sarah are both literally some of the most lovely people ever. Even though Sarah loves to rub salt into people's wounds, I think that they're both lovely people, and they both were fun to play with. But they both didn't play the best games. It seemed like
yeah.
Anna Marie was Sarah's goat. We all knew this. That's why I wanted to get Sarah out, not Anna Marie. And we all want to take Anna Marie to the end because we knew we would win. So I don't even know why. It's not even a discussion. I know we're all trying to play
wait. When did Sarah get votes outside of the Kyle vote out? Jared, other than the Kyle vote out, when was Sarah targeted?
Yes, I heard you. Let me answer. Okay, so Sarah got 1 vote on the vote that Kyle was voted out. Sarah got 2 votes at Final 7, and I believe there was one more in here somewhere. I could have sworn this is what Drew said. He said 4. Oh, no, yes. She got 2 votes at the vote that Kyle was voted out and 2 votes at Final 7.
I'm about to say, when do we start listening to Drew? No one should listen to Drew ever.
Well, he was right, so.
He's not right, ever.
Okay, to move on, I see a pretty distinct separation between the final 2, and that is in challenge wins. Now, with the way the challenges were this season, they were a lot different than most challenges in Tumblr Survivor history, where they took a lot more effort, they took a lot more strategy, and they took a lot more of your time and thinking in general. Sarah won 4 of these, and Anne-Marie won 0. Does this hurt or help Sarah's game?
It helps.
I think that she won most of them towards the end of the game, but that means that like you didn't have the opportunity to get her out for the threat level. If she had won them earlier on, like she won the first one, but then after that she didn't win them towards the end. If she had won them more early on and still survived, that'd be more impressive to me. But just winning them at the end isn't as impressive because there's nothing anyone can do about it to get you out.
She would have went home so many times if she didn't win the immunity. So
right. It's a good thing that she won, but like, I think that winning it early on is more impressive because there's more people, and also if you get to the end when winning early on instead of later, that means that you were able to skate by without getting voted out after being seen as a threat. So, people who are winning early, like Austin, over and over again, made him a threat, and that's why he went home.
I mean, also one of her these Sarah's immunities was literally randomized too. That's something else.
And I gave Sarah one of the immunities. Like when the random thing, I like that, so.
The immunity won't be influencing my decision in any way. Yeah, I don't. It will be.
Yeah, I gotta go. Bye. I love you guys. I'm voting Sarah.
Farewell. I feel like a lot of it was not even necessarily control, but it was convenience. Just a cluster of people just deciding to vote together this time and then switch it up next time. Like I said, I don't think anyone. It's a matter of thinking, oh, well, Sarah or Anne-Marie had complete control over everybody or anything. And like even looking at the immunity wins, as they said, I think one of my gripes, or just from my own perspective, is that a lot of it, the ones especially in like early to middle merge, it's easy for someone like there was some skill necessity to it, but it wasn't completely skill based. So, and even looking at the late merge ones, I mean, I do think it's cool that she won out all the way through. But I think, as you guys have also implied, I tend to look at a holistic view of it. Um, I guess.
Dope. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the Sarah's game and the negatives and positives to her game. So let's look at Anne-Marie's game. What are the positives to Anne-Marie's game? What are some reasons that you would vote for her?
Well, she influenced the 2 votes after the immunity poll reopened, and I think that she voted people out intentionally to keep control of the idol. And it didn't matter because she wasn't targeted at Final Five, but she was able to get the idol and use it on herself for the last possible time, and so that was really good. I think the way she got the idol. If it was intentional, then great. If it was not intentional, then I don't care. But I think it was intentional, so good on her for that.
I'm gonna assume it was intentional.
What?
I assume it was intentional.
Yeah. So that's really good. We able to get the idol. I think it's not as impressive as the way Cheatham got it, because there's only 2 for her, but still it was really good because who were the 2 people she had to target?
Anne-Marie had Liam and I.
So she had to turn on you. So
He was never with me, really.
yeah. So but she got kind of lucky because the name she got wasn't in her main alliance, anyways.
Oh. Yeah, I guess. We're talking about like one of the good things you did, and then you said that you kind of got lucky for that happening anyway.
And other than that,
I mean, I think.
What? Yeah, go ahead. I'm about to go in the hot tub, but go ahead.
That's fine. It almost seemed like common knowledge that Anne-Marie, like if Liam was voted out in Final Six, that she would get the idol. There was a lot of back and forth, but then ultimately we all still ended up voting Liam. So I think the fact that, she was able to still get it, even when she very easily could have not gotten it, I do think that does say something about her, in herself. Like, I mean, if no one liked her, then we could have just said screw it and voted someone else out.
Yeah, we got her out at 6.
Yeah, she did. I did like talking to her a lot. More than Sarah, I think.
Cheatham, real quick. Who would you have taken to the final 2, Anne-Marie or Sarah? This will influence my vote. Type it out. Oh, I guess he's not listening, but he's on the chat. Hold on. Cheatham. Two. Let's see what Cheatham said. Oh, no, hold on. Hold on.
Sorry, I was show you how I want to. Waiting on that, let's talk about some of our favorite moments from the season.
Okay.
My favorite moment from the season was Rush coming back, woo, and then getting decimated because the Cheetah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Where the fuck did my towel go?
Under presso with some espresso. Go ahead, Vincent.
What? Oh. I like this. Losing all the time was actually kind of fun. I I don't like this many after the match. Kind of boring. But losing every challenge was actually much more fun than it should have been for me. It makes the game a lot more memorable for that reason. But I never had a problem with that.
Hey, Jared.
Cheatham just said he would have brought Anne Marie over Sarah,
Okay.
which is good for Anne Marie's game. I think that's a good point in her favor.
Yeah, that's actually something I think I had thought about. I wanted to touch on as well. Like I feel like when I actually think about it, gameplay wise, I think Sarah did it better. But socially, I think Anne Marie played better than Sarah because, um, you know, I think between them, Anne Marie kind of talked a little more.
Yeah,
And
listen.
she seemed more open to do things. Now, she didn't get as much done herself, but I still think I think between there was a point in the merge where I'm like, okay, I don't know who I can even talk to, and Anne Marie, she just starts randomly apologizing. She's like, hey, I'm sorry for how I've been treating this person and that person, and she would make an effort, and you can tell. I don't want to call her like an emotional player, but she does have this weird ability to, like, when she tries talking to you, enjoy the conversation that you're happening. And
Yeah.
that's not to say you don't feel that way about Sarah, but I think I felt more strongly that way from Anne Marie.
I agree with that.
I think that Anne Marie and Sarah, the people I talked to the least on the entire merge tribe, except for Kyle, I think. So I can't really say for sure I can't really say anything definitive about their social game, except that I talked to Anne Marie slightly more. Yeah.
I talked to everybody a lot, but Anne Marie definitely had a stronger social game.
Yeah, I found
Not
her a lot
people.
easier to talk to. And some things Sarah had said kind of annoyed me a little bit, but that's not really an important thing. Just right before she went, it was pretty obvious from the way that she was talking that she was waiting for me. And I mean, at that point, there's nothing I could do, but that kind of rubbed me the wrong way for some reason. Holy shit.
Ugh.
Welcome, Austin. What was your favorite moment from the season?
My favorite moment was when everybody believed the lie that it was Vincent that flipped when it was me.
Oh,
I loved getting that move in. It made me very happy, and I made Cheatham lose his idol.
this is very sad. But I mean,
Because I can't believe I got away with it. So it's very nice for me.
I didn't think that if impossible for the LA so I didn't even bother trying to go against it because I thought, why would anyone believe that?
Everybody thought I voted Chris, so I made him think.
I don't know how that happened, but that was insane.
That's what happened. But then everybody caught on that I was flipping back and forth, so that was my downfall.
I thought, more people should have done that at the final 7.
What?
More people should have caught on to that when I was still in the game.
No, people should have come on it way sooner. I thought I'd be gone like halfway through merge. To be honest, I didn't think I'd make it as far as I did. I knew I wouldn't make it to the end. I wanted to, but I knew I wouldn't if I didn't win immunity.
I was so close to being at Final Six. I figure if Cheatham believed me, then that means Chris would have voted with me. Then I would have survived the tribal council, and then everything would have changed. But that's a lot of what if scenario.
Yeah. It would have been very interesting if you stayed.
I don't even know what would have happened if I stayed, except that
I would have been gone earlier.
you would have probably hopefully gotten sixth place, but if I had somehow stayed, then I would have.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I do think I would do. I know it seems really obvious for us all to vote Sarah, but I think something I want to do is I know I have my own. We have our own different perspectives, but I think another important thing we have to look at is seeing how both of these young ladies actually sell themselves. Because if they like if we can point out things in their game that we feel like they did, but they can't point it out themselves, I think that might say a lot, perhaps, about things that actually occurred, if that makes sense. Like, I want to see if they can actually convince us, to vote for them.
Oh yeah, that's
not
what
just
from me anyway, is a speech. I'm still kind of undecided.
There's been a lot of
yeah.
There's been a lot of talk in general that Sarah is the more acceptable vote as a juror between the final tribal council list. But do you think if Sarah comes out tomorrow night and totally bombs the final tribal council, does really poorly, and Anne-Marie answers the questions very eloquently and successfully, that could change the outcome?
It could for me. It could change my vote.
Yeah, I am definitely willing to vote Anne-Marie if the final tribal goes that way. I'm not like set in stone yet. I don't feel like I ever can be.
In general, seems that's good. That's wonderful. I'm not very good at the actual actuality of hosting stuff like this, so I'm struggling to get the conversation to continue. With that being said, I want to open up the conversation a little bit more, moving from the finalists to the game in general, and what you believe some mistakes were, or what some of the best moments were, or something crazy that happened, or yes, shit like that.
I think I made a lot of small mistakes, and it all accumulated, and then suddenly I was I can't pinpoint the one moment where if I did this instead of that, I would be a final two, because there wasn't anything like that aside from winning the round. I think I got second.
I think my biggest mistake was final six. I should have let Sarah go home instead of getting the vote switched. Because Sarah was going, and then I got everybody switched to Liam.
Yeah, you definitely.
Sarah.
I figure that, I guess, if you voted Sarah out, then you would have been at Final Five, and you would have been the clear front runner to win. So at that point, I think that the only way that you could have made it to the end if you voted Sarah out at six is if one out, one of the last two challenges. But I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know if that's really what happened or what would have happened.
I feel like I could if I didn't win the final immunities, I wouldn't have made it no matter what. I feel nobody would have took me to the end.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, he could have been voted out. But I do think that Austin was probably, the best player for the season overall. He was a hot mess express, but he was good.
Yeah.
I'm always a hot mess.
Yeah. Austin, Sarah, and Cheatham are the best.
Mistake-wise, I think for me, my mistakes mostly, it wasn't anything singular, I feel, for me. It was I had a really, really bad habit of never fully acting on my reads. Like, I don't know, I kind of felt like for a while, because like early on, we were like, okay, Austin is playing a heck of a game. And then after Gwen and all them left, I kind of receded a lot of my thinking. And I'm like, well, even if Austin's a threat, like, I like this guy and I do want to, keep working with him. But I felt I didn't have as many options, mostly because I limited myself. So, because I mean, when you look at this entire merge, like I said, there wasn't any, one person that really had full say in everything that happened. And you can especially say that for the finalists. There was a factor of luck involved in this game that I think we all saw, and even the most minute mistake, ends up costing you the win.
Yeah.
Sarah was kind of smart too because she didn't want to win none of the challenges at first. That's why she helped me win one of the challenges, and then she wanted to help someone else win a challenge. So she stayed low key, knowing that she was good at challenges. I feel too, until the end, and then she won every one.
Yeah, she really
Yeah.
stepped it up in the end. I was like, did Sarah downplay her challenge ability or something? So,
I feel like she definitely did early on.
which is good. That's smart. Really smart.
I think that's her
I'm wondering,
strategy.
I'm wondering if she's going to talk about that.
I don't remember what the last 3 challenges were, but I'm not. Wait, what were the last 3 challenges? I only know the final 4 one. And final 5 was the endurance one.
Final 5 was the pressure cooker, which Sarah lasted 3 hours and 15 minutes, and Anne-Marie lasted 5 minutes. Final 4 was the unscrambling word race type thing that Drew put together that ended with the phrase "one must go," which Sarah won with a time of 17 minutes. And the last immunity challenge was Ice Climbers Deluxe, where they had to work against each other to navigate the same piece across a 100 square board. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out on the post. The full video is there, which Sarah won, beating the other two both by 1 point.
Yeah, that was a close one.
It was.
Oh.
Mm.
I hope it's a very good final tribal council. I probably will not be there because I leave in the morning, but I will definitely try to check in when I can.
I can definitely be there, but I have no idea what I'm going to ask.
Oh, me either.
I'll figure something else.
Wait, what time is it? Or what day, rather?
Tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. EST.
What's it?
Oh, they're doing it tomorrow? I thought they were doing it Saturday.
No, both of the girls wanted to do it tomorrow.
Oh, then I might be able to get on. Everything's in the morning, so I might actually get in. Just
Lit.
stay home.
Oh, period. Yes, I think tomorrow night works well.
I do
Yeah,
too.
I can definitely be there tomorrow. And
Today I put together all the post-game awards, so that's fun. We have let me peep. I can tell you what they are.
Biggest flop.
that's me.
How'd you know? That's you, Chris. Just kidding.
Thank you.
We have Player of the Season, which is like the biggest award other than winning the game. Runner-up Player of the Season, Fan Favorite, which will be voted on by the VL. Best Duo, Best Move, Best Blindside, Most Interesting Round, Most Robbed Pre-Juror, Best Rivalry, Best Villain, Best Hero, Best Alliance, and Best Host Chat.
I feel like Vincent would get that.
Best host chat? Maybe. I don't actually.
Wait, so you guys already excluding the fan favorite? Do you guys already have like all the winners for them?
Yeah, we agreed on most of it today. The only one that's not filled is the fan favorite one. So you guys can ponder who you think won each one and then compare to see if you're right tomorrow night.
Either Austin or Keaton's going to win fan favorite.
You say who?
Austin or Keaton.
Me too.
I don't think nobody even knows who I am, so
I mean,
I'm very new.
you made an incredible impression on a lot of people in the game. So, and you told me that you're making a lot of professionals for the VL. So I think they have some idea of who you are right now.
Hopefully, we will see.
Who do we think won the Player of the Season award?
I think
Austin.
cheating.
It was Austin, actually. Yeah.
I wish people could see our single chats because I talk a lot of game on one-on-one with people.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm in a game, I try to communicate as much as I can into my confessional so people can know everything I've been up to. I'd be like, so this is everything I did today. I talked with this person. We talked about how much we enjoy grapes. I talked with this person. We talked about how we're going to vote this dude out. Shit like that.
I need to do better on confessionals. I never know what to say, and I feel like I'm always talking in riddles.
I mean, so was I. Just say whatever comes to mind.
I forget to even mention people's names. I just say he or she. I don't even mention people's names.
I don't know how often I mention people's names in my VLs because I'm not sure how likely people are to be leaking.
That's true.
Yeah, I ripped my first VL because it was too game specific. I had to rewrite it. That's never happened after that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, talking game in a VL is still like so new and bizarre to me. So
I think most of my VLs are either about how good I am or how bad I am at.
I don't think I even talked to the VL. I didn't know you could.
Oh. Yeah. I just feel I do it a lot, saying things which one person cares about.
oh yeah,
Who do you think's gonna get here? Is it hero one of the things?
Yeah, biggest hero.
Oh, I wouldn't even know really. I'm really bad with heroes.
I mean, I don't know.
Could be Chris, Anna Marie, Vincent. Could be any of those three. I feel.
I think I would love to see it be Chris because he's just a really chill guy, and
Yeah,
he's
everybody liked Chris the whole time.
Yeah.
No one ever got a bad vibe from him.
No,
I got a bad vibe from me.
Chris was never backstabbing anyone, so
I backstabbed everyone.
Yeah. Austin, you did. You backstabbed me so hard. Which is okay.
I did. I fucked you over hard, Vince, and I am so sorry on a personal level. On a game level, great. Personal level, I felt so bad.
I was so confused because I thought for the longest time y'all were Final 2, and I was like, what the fuck is Austin doing?
I was Final 2 with Vincent for a hot minute. I was Final 2 with a bunch of people for a hot minute. Until I didn't need to anymore.
I only made one Final 2, which is just either. Oh, and I guess the thing with Leon, too. Those are only two I intended to stick to.
This is a perfect.
I think I had 5 Final 2s, to be honest.
Yeah, Austin will definitely choose a good one. So, or no, I think you were cheating. But I think only because, like, from an outside perspective, I know Cheatham also was like more talkative at the tribals and such. So, I think I know him and kind of went at it a little bit. At theirs. I don't know. I guess it depends on how you look at it, but gameplay wise, definitely you.
Yeah. Austin, yeah, definitely gameplay zone, but like that's it. Nothing. I was gonna say.
Early in the game, I just made sure I talked to every single person.
Yeah, I tried that too. I think it worked out pretty well. Same.
And the mutiny helped me a lot too.
Yeah, that mutiny was just like the
Because
second
everybody
you
thought I
said
was kind of on the bottom, but I was not on the bottom at all.
I feel like that twist really benefited you for sure.
I was so I guess kind of confused or something when you volunteered so quickly to meet me because I knew that you had a plan and I was kind of hesitant to actually let you do it because obviously because then when we came back you'd be in a much better position or not there at all.
I think that whenever we did the catapult thing, I told Chris and Rizzo to keep you, Vincent, and I think that helped you a lot.
Yeah, I definitely did.
I did
Yeah,
not want you to win at that point at all. I needed you in the game.
because I mean, also at that point we had heard that Steven had been saying stuff here and there, but after it was really, really obvious to us that, Gwen was going, like, if Vincent does go, then going into the merge, it's like we're not really going to have any lifelines to go to. Because I feel like, with you and the others, you would have been like, well, they didn't say Vincent, so how can we fully rely on them? Now, obviously, it didn't really matter for Rizzo, but
Right.
Yeah.
I knew we had to keep you and Rizzo there because Gwen was your all's like number one ally. So we had to. So me and Sarah decided to separate you all and keep you there and catapult the rest of us over to get Gwen out.
That was the funniest moment of the season when Amy didn't talk in the tribe chat like ever at any point, and then when Thrush just all agreed to mutiny Austin, Amy popped in and she was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck did y'all just do?" Like, and then they were like, "What?" And Noah was like, "What are you talking about? We won." And Cheatham was like, "Shut the fuck up, Amy." And then Amy was like, "No, we lost." And they were like, "Oh."
No, because I made sure the first thing I talked to Steven, he went to mutiny. So I made sure that was the first
No,
thing
like,
that happened so they get the
yeah,
points.
like the 15 minutes between after you left and we didn't get the win, and before Steven came, was that was just so weird. I don't even know how to describe it because it's just.
It was very funny. And then when Thrush actually ended up winning that challenge, I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
That was the scariest part in the game too. That next tribal, because I was either staying or going, and I was very surprised I got 0 votes.
it was actually extremely hilarious to me because what kind of led to the whole downfall thing, it was just that group, with us and Tim and Kyle. We went through a million, or we went to Liam, we went to you, and went back and forth on, voting out between you guys. I kid you not when I say, had it been anybody except for Anne Marie, that person would have gone home probably. It's just because what started the whole thing was when me coming on late to suddenly seeing it's Anne Marie. That pretty much sealed Tim's fate. So it was actually extremely hilarious to me. I was like, these people just do not get it. And so, Tim died, and so did my game that night. Little did I know.
I have a comment on that because that's interesting that you say that, Chris. If you think about it, Anne Marie's bond with Chris is what changed the entire game. That was out of Sarah's control. Had they not decided to vote Anne Marie and decided to vote Liam, maybe the Chris, Gwen, and Rizzo trio ends up at the finals, and Sarah was just lost in the shuffle late in the pre-merge or early merge. So does that give any extra credit to Anne Marie, the bond that she was able to make to Chris, that kept that vote from happening?
Oh, definitely. Anna Marie's relationship saved her a bunch of times because I never wanted to vote Anna Marie off till the end. I would have never even thought of voting her off. I told her everything. So her social skills saved her so many times, and people never looked at her as a target after that, really.
Yeah. I will actually 100% agree with that. There came a point in the merge where I said I'd be willing to vote off like any of these people, but if I had to pick one person to not vote off, it would be Anne Marie.
Interesting.
I also told him that Anna Marie said his name like right after she told me. That way it would cause a little chaos there too.
Oh wow.
So I was the one that hopefully I think I was the one that made Tim want Anna Marie out.
Oh, great. Suddenly, I feel I don't know, like I've discredited Anne Marie a little bit, and now I'm like, you know what? I can actually see either outcome as far as winning goes for them.
Oh yeah, it would definitely come down to the speeches. If Anne Marie has an amazing speech and she tells me like, because I'm not 100% sure what all her game moves were. If she tells me
Mm.
she actually had behind the scenes good game moves, then I'm most likely going to vote for her.
Yeah, he could definitely sneak out a win here. I don't want to count it out yet.
Because I feel like most of Sarah's moves were like almost the same as mine, all the way up to like final six.
Yeah, I think a lot of the moves were like mutual beneficial
Yeah.
ones. That makes sense. So if someone starts claiming ownership for them, I think there's only certain moves that can be said for that, most of which coming from Austin. So I'll be interested to see how that goes.
Oh, also in Cheatham's like one thing to Vincent, where he said you thought he was coming for you and you flipped. That cracked me up because that's a lie. I can't wait to tell him that.
I
Oh,
think
he knows.
Good.
No, that was the one throwaway line in my confessional about how I could target Cheatham, and then he saw that and then he just never trusted me ever again. It was just
I should have got Cheatham out a while ago too. Whenever it was Dylan, I should have got Cheatham out.
yeah.
Because
I
it would have
think
been Dylan, me, Amy, and Tawny, maybe, and Vincent.
I don't think you would have been able to do that at that point, being
no,
honest.
yeah, Cheatham was definitely going to stay for a while. I think.
Well, Amy, Dylan, and Tawny, it would have been 4-3. If we didn't switch if I didn't get Tawny switched to Dylan and Amy. Because the vote was on Cheatham, I think. And then me and Vincent could have went either way, and we decided to go with Dylan.
I don't want to say too much because I don't know how like kosher it is for a host to talk about stuff that happened in the game before it's over. But I'll just say that I don't think that you could have made that happen at that point.
Oh, everybody's probably wanting Dylan then. Oh yeah, Cheatham and Tawny were actually talking secretly too. I didn't know they were that close until afterward.
They knew each other from before the game, which I did not know until the game started.
There's a few people that knew each other before the game that I didn't know about. Like Cheatham and Liam, Vincent and Liam, they all knew each other.
I kind of knew Liam too. Yeah.
There were like 3 people that Drew like dragged into the game on the last day of casting because somebody else dropped.
Oh yeah.
And
Who's
that was Vincent and Liam were like added on the last day, and I think there was one more, Amory.
Oh, I think I could tell. Steven's account looked like he created just for the game, so I kind of assumed that he was a last minute casting choice as well.
No, I think he applied pretty early on.
Okay. You told me that a bunch of
Didn't
people made their.
I feel like didn't I apply to this like either the last day or like a day afterwards or something like that?
Yeah, you applied towards the end after a lot of begging.
Because I had zero interest in playing a game ever again because my brain was so fried. But I was like, oh, new people. So
I got dragged in by Drew and Johnny.
Yeah, I think I decided about a year and a half ago that I'd only play Tumblr Survivor if either Drew or Seamus was hosting.
Oh, I also knew Sarah before this. We just didn't know each other that we were the same person until like halfway through the game.
What is your Zwooper username?
Heather 2014. It's from the Heathers movie.
Gotcha. I haven't. You must be after my time because I haven't been like active on there in like a year and a half.
It's literally been. I've only been on it like a few months, like a month or two before this.
Oh, okay. Yes,
I'm
definitely.
very new to it. I was very new to it as well. And then Sarah is on there, so I've seen her around and we talked to play the game together, but I didn't know who she was when she came here.
You made it out of the slums so quickly. I'm happy for you.
Oh yeah, I don't even get on anymore. It's a toxic place.
It is. Um, is there anything else y'all would like to discuss?
You do DVD covers?
Yes, we do have a DVD cover.
I wonder who's going to be on it. Like, all I know is that Sarah, Austin, Cheatham have it locked up.
Wait, what? A DVD cover?
So
Right.
basically, there's a tradition with some series. It's not super normal for Tumblr Survivor, but I've seen it, where hosts will make a DVD cover of the Survivor avatars that did well or most well represented the season. You know how on Survivor DVD covers it'll be like 6 different players with like the winner at the bottom in the middle.
Yeah.
So for you, if you made the DVD cover, it would be like Kim Spradlin would be on the cover.
Oh, okay. I use her in every game I can. I love her.
Yeah, so it'll be six people on the DVD cover, and Drew didn't want to do that until it was actually being talked about, and then Drew was like, "Well, now I have to make one."
I can't wait to see that. I'm excited to see that, actually.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it will 100% happen, but Drew's been saying it's going to happen, so
You told me I said make it happen.
yes, Drew told me it was going to happen, so. But all of this stuff that I'm supposed to do is pretty much finished. I have all 13 episodes completed. I have the pressure cooker is fully uploaded in the post. I have all of the power rankings finished for every round, which basically tells you who had the most control in that round, all the way down to the bottom of the tribe, being who went home. And that's based off of the confessionals and the general information that was privy to the hosts from that round. And I have all the awards, and we're gonna let you access our hosting doc. Basically, it has the voting chart, the power rankings, the awards, all the alliances, their names, what day they were made, what tribe they were made on, and who included in those alliances. We have the hosts' boot list predictions from round 1 of the game, which oddly, even though it was halfway through round 1 when we made them, Asia still predicted Cheatham was going to be the first boot. So
Oh, she was almost right.
it's okay because I predicted he was going to be the second boot.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where I'm on them list at.
I definitely felt pretty much in all 3.
I'll give a small spoiler and say that the thrush that I had making it the farthest was Vincent.
Oh, wow.
And then we have the episode names, and that's the episode names come from the confessionals. What I thought the funniest line was from that episode of confessionals for that round, and almost everyone has one. Well, not everyone in the game because there's only 12 episode titles. Yeah, so it's pretty fun. I think my favorite one is from episode 5, and it's by Chris, and it's called "I Forgot Austin Has a Date with Mary Jane Daly, so I'm gonna have to cut him some slack."
I'm high right now. There's not a moment I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm very.
You're the real embodiment of Shaggy.
All 3 of you have one, so I'll be nice and tell the other 2 one of the ones they have. Austin, you have one. It says, "If I have to do another tribal, I'm gonna Tanya Harding these bitches."
I was so tired of fucking losing.
And Vincent, you have 2, but the funnier one is, people are going to be blindsided, and I'm people.
Oh,
I don't.
looks like
I
that was
definitely
reversed
was.
on you.
When they say that,
That was in episode 8. So I guess hold on, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was that final 10, I guess. I don't know.
I was very paranoid for every tribal council at the merge. I don't remember saying that, but I definitely did say that.
You did.
I bet hosting's fun.
Yes, so there's a ton of post-game extras. There's going to be a reunion chat, and also you will all be added to the VL, which I will be interested to see who survives that initial night of being in the VL. Usually, like, half the cast ends up leaving it within the first night. Um,
Why?
um, it can be, I'll tell you personally, it can be difficult being in the VL for a season that you were in. Because if the VL did not like you, it can be a little bit harsh.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I think a lot of people prefer to just sit solemnly in the reunion chat, discuss the game for a bit, and then forget about it. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we're gonna have. I've been thinking of like some other stuff I can do for post game, like getting a Vine for all of you to like represent your games. But that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, Steph on Edgic.
A Vine.
No, Edgic is dumb.
Yeah, like, look at all these chickens, Vine.
It's
Look at
fine.
all those chickens.
I miss Vine. TikTok's horrible.
I never watched Vine until it was shut down. So
Maybe we have to switch the trend of giving people Vines, and we have to give them TikToks. We have to
Yeah.
keep. We have to keep with the time.
TikToks are so Gen X.
No, this is true.
Gen Z. That's right. Yeah, Gen Z.
Gen X. Yeah, the Gen Xers love the TikToks.
That's completely opposite of what I meant. I'm so sorry. I'm like I said, hi.
Never.
Well, I cannot wait to see all of these things. So are they going to be like tomorrow, right after like? Are we going to have a winner tomorrow?
No, this is going to be Saturday night because I don't think everybody will be able to attend the final tribal council tomorrow night. If they were, I would say, like, hey, maybe we can do the vote live right now. That's what they did in my first season that I made it into the end in. But it will probably be like a 24-hour voting period type of thing, and then we'll do a live video with the finalists Saturday night. Read the votes, and then everybody will get added to the VL in the reunion chat, and the post game extras will start to appear Saturday night.
okay.
Okay.
I can definitely vote, but I probably won't be there until Sunday. So I'll probably just look at everything on Sunday morning.
Yeah. Plus, if you want to read all the episodes, which is like everybody's confessionals in every round, that's probably going to take a long time. To be honest, I usually do that, but my last game, Celestial All Stars, I just couldn't because it was so much.
I really want to read all of Vincent's. I feel like they're going to be very entertaining.
Yes,
So you
Ben.
could,
I want to read all of mine. But honestly,
So
I'm
you-
probably going to.
did you guys use everyone's like each confessional, or did you only use like a selected few here and there from each person?
No, every single confessional from that round is in that episode. That's why I said make at least one confessional every round. So yes, Chris, I know what you're thinking. Especially in the merge portion, it's like every episode has 10 confessionals by Chris and like maybe one from everyone else.
Oh no,
That doesn't sound so bad.
it does sound bad.
I forget confessional sometimes.
I'm just
Yes.
going to control off my name.
So how many confessionals in total were there? Do you have a number?
No, I don't. It's a lot, but I know there was like 30 something just in the first episode. There's a doc that would there's a Google sheet that would automatically upload it, so I'll see how many lines it has. Yeah, the doc that automatically uploads it says 267 for the whole season.
Oof.
And what percentage of that is Chris's confessional?
Too much.
So yeah, that's 100 confessionals by Chris and then 167 for everyone else.
The other 100's probably Vincent.
Right.
I never said more than 2 or 3 per an episode. Because I just like make an info dump. Like 2/3 of the way through usually, I think. Sometimes I forget. But I always got 1 in at least. I'm probably gonna have it 15 at most.
I probably don't even have that. I might have 13.
1 traffic. Yeah, you did everything just to get us right.
But I wouldn't be in every episode. I wouldn't be in the last one.
Wait, you didn't? Oh yeah.
I voted out.
Last episode includes Final 5, I think. So I think you have been maybe for that one. But,
And I forgot once for forgetting, so I won't be in one episode.
I kind of wonder how many strikes people got. I know at least one person got a strike.
Oh yes, there were. Rizzo had 1. Anne-Marie has 2. Austin had 1.
Cheatham probably had a few.
I think Cheatham had 1 from pre-merge, but he was good after that.
How many strikes do you need to strike out?
3.
Oh, iconic that.
Anne-Marie was close.
I just looked and Anne-Marie didn't make a confessional for the final 3, but I'm not gonna strike her out now. So.
Sarah wins by default.
There was literally.
Just bring Cheetah back in.
Ugh. Well, it's going to be interesting, guys. I'm going to get on off here and probably go smoke again.
Okay.
I hope you have a great night. Can't wait to see who wins this. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Sarah
Ooh.
Scooby.
We made it to an hour. I'm thankful. I kept this going for an hour.
No one left early, but
Twice more than I expected.
if Cheatham was able to be here, it would have been twice as long.
Probably. It would have been him screaming like, "Listen, one must go. Listen, Gwen was evil. Listen."
Yeah, it would have been so much more fun. Honestly, I'm looking more forward to how the VL thought about me, which is probably nothing, than who wins. Is that bad? The only thing I care about is how people perceive me.
Did you guys like the twist of the season, the immortality pool?
I liked it because
I had mixed feelings at first because I think like everyone gets at first I actually thought the twist was a different one, but because everyone has, the names on the list, and so it's like the first person in there. I think what we kind of saw was what I felt was at first maybe like a downside of it, because there came a point where like everyone knew who had the idol, but like nothing was still being done. And it was kind of like a weird state where like, is anything going to happen with this idol, or is it just going to sit here till 5 to 5? But I think a lot of it relied on, people having to guess who had the idol. Like the majority had to guess it, and there were always going to be people, I guess, who didn't want that, and this and that. So I thought one thing that you guys were going to do or could have worked is that, like, out of the people or out of the guesses of that round, if it was majority, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I do think it was a good twist, though. I just think it's one of those things that might need like a little tweaking, and then it could be really, really cool.
Yeah, I agree with you. I also think it would be a lot more successful in a season with returnees or people who are more experienced with orgs, because like when I was like brainstorming the twist, I was like, oh my god, there's gonna be so many fucking idols in this game, like, but it, like this thing's gonna change hands like 100 times.
I do want to see it again, like in Monster season.
Maybe somebody else will use it, or maybe Drew will let me host another season. Who knows?
I like the idea of if you vote someone off specific, you get an idea, you get an advantage or something.
It was supposed to like make everyone have their own agenda and make everyone actually be trying very hard to get their own agenda across, because if you think about it, it's such a powerful advantage to be the only one who has access to hidden immunity idols. But I just don't think anyone really like truly wanted to capitalize on that.
Oh, yeah, you kept giving me my allies on my list, so I couldn't do anything.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you. I blame in about art. It should have given me Sarah for the second list. I mean, that would have changed absolutely nothing, but
It did give us that great moment where Cheeto misplayed the idol on Chris.
that was crazy. That was so fun. And I mean, despite what happened, that was so fun for me. Not from an addictive perspective, I liked it. Maybe the defining moment of the season for me.
I think it is probably the best moment of the season.
Because it's like you think there's one plan that's in action, and then it didn't work at all. I think the only thing that could have made that more like legendary almost is if they all decided to vote Cheatham, but he wasn't immune, of course. Like one of those, I've always wanted to see a play in which someone plays an idol, but they still go home at the same tribal.
Oh, I've seen that happen before. That's like the craziest thing ever. Like idling yourself out, especially like if the person you played idol on got more votes than you did.
I almost did that in my my first Tumblr Survivor season. Basically, I had an idol for the entire game, and I kept it till final 5. But at the final 6 tribal council, I told them, I was like, hey, I basically have the idol, so I'm gonna be safe going into final 5. And then at final 5, I played it on my closest ally, and he got 2 votes. But then I got 1 vote, and then 2 other people got 1 vote. So
Oh wow.
But the crazy thing was, after I played an idol on my closest ally and negated those 2 votes, he played one on me. But if he didn't have an idol to play on me, I would have went home on the revote.
Oh, that was.
Who's talking? Have we decided yet?
Decided what?
Who's winning?
We've become more open to Anne Marie winning.
I'm in a hot tub with Alyssa Shannon, so I'm drunk.
With that being said, I'm gonna end this here. So, deuces.
Toodles. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.